Well, Mr. Speaker, today you've heard a lot of good things about this budget, so I won't reiterate all of the work about the projects and the various things that have been done. What I'd like to talk about today, Mr. Speaker, is how important it is when we work together. You know, it's a long way from last year, and a distant memory of the challenges that we had last year on this very floor, working through some very difficult situations when it came to the new package and the budget and the integration, and still dealing with the COVID stuff, Mr. Speaker, and the hybrid and everything else. But it's good, Mr. Speaker, to say the band's back together this year. And I'm glad to have the opportunity to work with my good friend, the good gentleman from the 27th, the chair of this fine committee, and his outstanding vice chairs, and also the great assistant rankings who helped throughout this process. Mr. Speaker, many in this chamber might not know, but we literally start day one of session. We start to work together in what we call budget cabinet. And this is unique to this budget, and I would highly recommend other budgets maybe consider this in the future, that we actually meet in a room together, working line by line, number by number, agency by agency, to make sure that the product that we bring before this body today is the best possible policy, the best possible budget. And I'm confident this year that we have really done a good job and hit that mark. I'm confident this year, Mr. Speaker, that this budget reflects the priorities of Washington State. I'm confident that what we did by taking a look at the projects, we took a look at every corner of this state. We didn't just focus on one region, Mr. Speaker. We looked at the entirety of the state. We looked at our small communities, our large communities, east, west, every corner. Because, Mr. Speaker, the entire state is important. The entire state moving forward, the entire state's transportation network is important. Mr. Speaker, the work that we've done over the years, and especially again this year, with our fine state patrol is something to be commended. And that work cannot stop this session. We must continue that work. Our work to assure that our ferry system is the best in the world, Mr. Speaker, is reflective in this budget. As far as our workforce, the capital development, the new ships, all of the things that are important to keep the people moving in the state of Washington. Mr. Speaker, there are a lot of things in this budget that are challenging too. But I will say that through those challenges come some of our greatest opportunities. And one of the challenges, Mr. Speaker, is that we saw the impact what happens when we delay projects. We saw the cost to the taxpayer and the challenges that we've had to find those dollars to keep things moving. So, Mr. Speaker, we have dedicated some resources to find better ways of delivering these projects, how we can work with our local governments, those who are ready to get these projects done on time, within budget, within the focus of what the monies that we have set aside for them. Mr. Speaker, this is going to be huge as we move forward with the work that we do in the future when we look at appropriating the dollars to make sure that these things get done. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm excited, and yes, I am glad that the good gentleman from the 27th agrees with me, and I too agree with him that this is a great budget, and I encourage the body to support it today with a very strong yes vote. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.